we're back with another episode. Welcome back. Yeah.
I'm on fumes today, y'all.
Fumes are fun.
I didn't go to bed till 6 a.m.
Just you say that made me tired.
I know.
Roddy,
we're gonna get it together.
I've been on a bender for the last 72 hours, so this is like...
Because you've been celebrating your birthday, right?
My birthday. Yep, these are the tail ends of my birthday.
Did you even welcome the people back?
Welcome back, everyone, to your favorite, the Face Off podcast
I cannot.
with Fleming and Fowler. I am Fowler.
I'm Fleming.
And we're here with you to do the dang thing, to give you the hard-hitting news, facts, and mostly opinions. How was your week?
My week was very tiring. As y'all can probably hear my voice, I'm tired, y'all. I'm really
Sound
tired.
great.
I haven't been going to bed earlier than 2:00 every night.
That is insane.
And I know I've just been super, super busy just trying to get stuff done and things that I can talk about, things that I can't talk about. And
Because they're sexy.
yeah, they are.
Kinky.
And I just need
Nasty things.
I didn't think I would be this tired after my birthday. I'm like, I thought I got rest, but clearly not. So yeah. How was your week How was your birthday? Okay, clearly you're tired too.
My
All
birthday was fantastic.
What'd you do?
Super D duper. Thursday, I made my friends take me to Chili's.
Like the restaurant Chili's?
Like, yeah, baby back ribs, barbecue
Wow,
sauce. Yeah.
okay.
I love a Chili's.
Okay.
A triple dipper, lava cake. Come on. Get real. You like
love
Chili's?
It's Applebee's.
I love a chain
They're all
restaurant.
the same.
They're not all the same. Chili's is not Applebee's.
It's the same.
It is not the same. Anyway, Chili's on my birthday. Friday, saw Little Mermaid.
Ooh, how was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, her voice is insane.
I always felt like she was. I'm not to compare her or Chloe, but Halle just has a very
She got pipes.
distinctive, like pure effervescent voice. Like you close your eyes and you think it's almost like Samara Joy. You feel like you're back in like the 1920s or something like that, like in a juke joint somewhere, just singing amazing jazz.
Yeah, it was really
her voice.
good.
That's good.
I had a friend fly into town, another friend drive into town, and I just made them celebrate the damn thing. We just drank a lot.
Yeah,
laughed.
I saw your Instagram stories. It seems like you were out every day.
The plan was, remember, I told you the plan was like chill.
Right.
I wanted a sleepover, old school, maybe a game,
and some pizza.
and some pizza.
Did you at least get pizza?
We at least got pizza, but
Okay.
then it just one thing turned to another, and we were out,
Yeah.
thotting and bopping in the streets. Couldn't help it.
Anything else you did for your birthday?
I listen. 29.
How do you feel now that you're 29?
So I still feel 25.
Okay, well, that's good.
But when we were out, I was like, I felt 37.
Why?
Because we just went to somewhere where there were literal children, fetuses running around. And
I would hope nobody's.
I was like,
right.
I feel like like I should be babysitting these people. I want to make
Yeah.
sure they have a ride home and they're drinking water. Like,
Oh,
this is not the
Jesus.
vibe. And so
Meanwhile, you're drinking bottomless mimosas.
I know.
Something.
So I asked this group of like children were standing next to us. I was like, how old are y'all? And they were like, 22. I said, fuck no, I'm out. They're like, well, I was like, how old do we look? And they're like, 25, 26. And I was
Yeah.
like, bet. All right, cool.
I love when people tell me that I look younger than they think.
I know.
Not when I look like this, because I look a mess right now. But anyway, I'm always cute. Whatever.
You're always
I
cute.
got confidence. I'm good.
Yeah, and then we were up to like 3 a.m., woke up, turned around, went to brunch, did it again. Had the dog.
See, I can't do that anymore. Like, I have one friend who we can go out places and then she's like, oh, I'm so tired. But then she wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, if you don't take your tired ass to bed.
Prove it. You're
like,
tired? Prove it.
Like, learn how to sleep in. Like, I hate going anywhere with people, especially friends who don't know how to sleep in. And I get it. Kids are up, whatever. I don't care. Fucking sleep in when your kids are not there. That's it. Just sleep in when your kids
Do you
aren't
have
there.
friends that wake you up when they wake up? They don't let
Yes,
you sleep in?
and like one of my friends, Crystal, you know who you are.
You know who
she
you
will
are.
legit like turn on her music softly and like open up the blinds and shit. And I'd be like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you if you don't turn that shit off and go the fuck back to sleep.
So I can, like on the weekends, I can still sleep in.
Yeah,
I'm not one of those people. Like sometimes I usually wake up at 7:30, but then I can put myself right the fuck back to sleep.
Yeah, I agree.
And some people cannot do that.
Yeah, I can go to sleep anywhere.
That's a talent.
It is.
I used to be able to do that, but my iron was like non-existent.
That's why you should have been able to sleep.
Oh,
now.
I was just
Yeah, because your body's trying to compensate.
trying to power off at all times.
Well, I'll tell you who else is sleeping. That
The
Eternal
devil,
sleep.
Satan, sleep.
Okay, no.
Lucifer?
That's not where I was going with that.
Oh.
I was definitely talking about death, specifically Tina Turner.
Oh man.
And we lost a legend,
Rolling.
man. We lost a legend, Tina Turner, man.
Rolling.
Anna Mae Bullock. Did you ever watch What's Love Got to Do with It?
What's love got to do?
I didn't ask you to sing it. I said, did you see it? And I'm starting to think you didn't. That's why you're trying to
No,
deflect.
but every time I hear that, I want to say Dr. Doolittle, but it's got to do with it. Isn't that funny?
I think you should really watch that movie. Angela Bassett was still robbed for her Oscar for that movie, I still think.
I do remember Angela Bassett. What is it about?
It's about Tina Turner's life. Like literally
Oh, I
from
see
start to
where I
finish.
see. That makes sense why it's called.
Yeah, well, not start to finish. It ends with her after her relationship with
With
Ike Turner, and she's pretty much reclaimed like her success and built everything back from what and better, bigger and better than what she had. So she was a citizen of Switzerland.
I did hear that for a long time. She was like peace. She like married some European guy and dipped the fuck out.
They've been together for years. He gave her a kidney when she needed a kidney transplant.
Get you a man
That will give
you his kidney, literally.
That's it. That's true love.
Yeah, because was she just more famous in Europe? Was that the consensus?
I think she just had bigger, like she was very famous here, but I think as her career grew, especially in that time, when she was just, she really blew up overseas.
That's so weird how
And especially the
different
time frame.
people blow up different places.
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it. She blew up like that before social media. That's why I say these are true legends. Like these people now, if you only got success in the United States, that ain't shit. But people who literally in this before social media was a thing, I mean, people still fanning out, passing out over you. I mean, this lady was selling out stadiums before these younger people were selling out stadiums.
Like everyone knows who Tina Turner is.
Everyone knows who she is. Like, and she's just like a Michael Jackson or a Prince. Everybody knows who she is. So
Damn, gone too soon.
she was 83 years old. Still looked amazing, but apparently I think she had some. I don't know if she had a stroke, but I know she had some health issues. I know there were some rumors that she had cancer at one point. I think actually Gail confirmed that she had cancer at some point. I'm not sure what kind of cancer she had, but she apparently had some medical battles and stuff like
Gail
that for
do
some
be
years.
confirming shit.
Well, she's never mind.
Oprah
Anyway.
sidekick.
Right, exactly. But yeah, she unfortunately passed away, but she definitely leaves on an amazing legacy. I think that will not be able to be topped. I'll tell you what else can't be topped. This guy opening up a plane. When you're on a plane, like what thoughts go through your head?
100% what I would do if someone tried to take over the plane.
Yeah. So you have a strategy in your head of what you're.
I'm
gonna
like
do?
thinking about it all the time. When we were at Chili's for my birthday dinner, I was sitting around the table and I was like, I just need a little like check in with everyone. If someone came into this restaurant right now with a gun, what would be our game plan?
I would leave every last one of y'all. Absolutely, all for myself.
I was like, we're taking the steak knives, we're hitting the ground, we're out this back door. You just gotta keep your wits about you, man.
Well, that's why I always have to sit looking at the door. Like I can't.
I hate
sit.
it back to the door.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. I don't. No, because
how
I'm
you get
very
got.
reactionary. Exactly, and I'm running. I'm gonna leave everybody at the table, kids
Well,
included.
okay, I probably wouldn't leave everybody at the table.
I would. I'm giving you that
You
warning.
fuck around and find out, huh?
Absolutely, you're gonna find out. Where's Lissa? I think she's still in there.
My thoughts on an airplane are always, what if someone tries to take over this plane? And the second thought is, if we crash, I get anxiety when I'm in the exit row, but I never want to give up my extra leg room, so I always sit in the exit row.
And you lie and say yes.
And I lie and say,
willing
yeah,
to
but I'm always like,
take
shit, dude,
responsibility.
what is the game plan if some shit goes down and I have to open these doors?
Here's the thing. I don't work for the airline, so you asking me that question is pointless. Are you willing to take on the responsibilities? Yeah,
Who's
just to
gonna
sit
say
here.
no?
But in the moment, I'm not saving nobody's life.
Yeah, what if
That's not my job.
what if I freeze?
I don't work for the airline. That's not my job to save lives.
True.
I only save lives when I'm on the clock. That's it.
When I'm getting paid to do
I'm
so.
getting paid to do so, or
Yeah.
if I feel like it that day.
I saw that man in Singapore who opened the emergency door of the plane while they were in the air.
I would have kicked his ass.
New fear unlocked.
I would have kicked that man's
Also,
ass.
I didn't realize you could just open the doors.
You're not supposed to. I'm like, who's like nobody? He was strong enough, and then all y'all to stop it. Y'all should have let his ass fly out.
Can you imagine the air, like in that? You know how just
I
like,
would have just passed out. I would have just.
like when the airplane went too fast.
Yes, and I passed out on the plane once. Absolutely, I would have recreated the same
I
thing.
would have. That is an insane thing to happen, and you have to probably be so strong to close that door again.
Well, you can't when you're in the air. It's impossible to close it.
Oh, you had to land.
Yeah, you can't close it. The amount of air pressure that's building up against the door, it's almost kind of like, you know how when a car sinks and you have to wait until the car is completely submerged and it fills up with water in order to open it because the pressure is all around it. So it's the same thing with a plane. You
That's why you're
can't.
supposed to roll down your windows when you're driving over water.
Well, no.
So you can kick the window
You
out.
can, but yeah, it'll probably be better if you don't do that because then it'll fill up much quicker. But you can still escape out though. So yeah, I would say yes.
How do you escape out of a car with the windows are locked? If it's going underwater?
You can push the door open once the pressure.
Well, if you can hold your
equalizes.
breath long enough, I don't have the lung capacity for
No,
that.
I mean, if you look at movies, the way it happens is like.
You're going off of the movies?
Absolutely,
You're
'cause
okay.
it's
I was
art
trying to
depicts
live in
life.
reality. I was trying to
But
base.
art depicts life. So when the water fills all the way up, it will release the pressure, and then you can open the door.
No, that's understandable. I'm telling you, the way my lungs work, I'll make it maybe 30 seconds.
You listen. I can't hold my breath either. So
Oh,
no.
you're done. And my anxiety? Hell no.
Well, with all these cars being all electric, you better hope your windows go down in the event that happens.
Yeah.
You're gonna just be stuck like Chuck. But yeah, it's crazy. I would have beat that man's ass. That's crazy.
That is insane. Is that a felony?
It should be. It absolutely should be. It absolutely should be a felony.
I don't know how
because
it works
because what if somebody would have fell out the damn plane?
You are so high up in the air. For
I'm
someone
telling
to
y'all,
open that up.
For the month of May to still be Mental Health Awareness Month, y'all gotta relax. There's a lot of shit that's going on. Speaking of a lot of shit, especially felonies, I had a patient this week, and I was having a conversation. He's a vice principal, and of a school, and we were just talking about just kids and stuff like that, and just different things, the challenges that educators have in everyday life. And I was like, oh, well, at least you're getting out of the hospital, and now you have the whole summer to just kind of relax and recoup and different things like that.
The only good thing about being a teacher.
The good thing about being a teacher is the days off.
Summers off.
That's it. And so he was talking about how in the school systems now, teachers are still having to deal with drug issues like, weed and stuff like that, but they're now having to deal with liquid THC and arresting these kids because they are accessing or getting a hold of liquid THC.
Which is probably super concentrated.
It probably is.
That's weed.
But I wonder, I'm not saying I want to try it, but what I am saying is I wonder how that feels.
Well, it's just like when you hit the little vape pen of weed.
But how much, can you OD on THC?
Legally, for the protection of this podcast, I don't know. I don't want to give out
Fowler's
advice.
the resident expert of all things drugs.
Hey, listen, you know me.
Yeah.
Big stoner, huge. I wish I was cool enough to be a stoner. I'm not.
Nah.
That would really
I don't have the
change.
lungs
That
to be a
would
stoner.
exponentially increase my street value.
You being a stoner?
Yes.
Oh.
I would be so much cooler.
You don't have the lungs to smoke.
I don't have the lungs to smoke.
Me
And I
neither.
just if I was just fucking cool, man, I wish.
And if you weren't a healthcare provider.
yeah. And
Yeah.
if I wouldn't lose my job.
Exactly.
But I don't know that you can OD.
on
I've never
THC.
heard of someone in the
You
comments.
probably just be
you can overdose on
comatose
weed.
for a while.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people now in the vape pen, they'll just order the THC oil instead, put that in, and they're hitting that. You can tell because it smells like weed.
Oh.
It's very popular, but it's just like you're smoking an e-cigarette. So one time we
I'd rather an edible.
going into a bar and my friend had an e-cigarette pen, and the fucking bouncer took it and hid it
Ew.
to make sure it wasn't weed and gave it back. Isn't that the nastiest shit you've ever heard? Also, what if it was weed or something crazy?
Can I ask what race was this bouncer?
Hispanic.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You don't just put your lips on.
Not in this economy.
What somebody was smoking weed through their ass cheeks and just let me take
Puffing
a
the
hit,
pit.
puffing the asshole, and you're just like, man, I'm put this booty chips on my lips. Like, ew.
Yeah. But that's crazy. I mean, it's probably not easy for kids to get, but it's, I don't know. Remember when everyone was smoking the Juul in high school?
No, we didn't have none of that shit in high school. You know what we had in high school? The drugs we had in high school, allegedly? Black and Miles.
Oh, put some hair on your chest.
Exactly.
There's no hiding that.
That's all you had. You had people who had the vanilla or mostly the vanilla flavored Black and Miles. Or I think there was a strawberry kind too, but I like the vanilla flavor. But that was about it. I mean, you had a couple kids who smoked weed, but we didn't have no ecstasy wasn't out yet like that. We didn't have edibles. We didn't have weed brownies. None of that. We didn't have vapes. We didn't have no shit like
Lame
that.
as hell.
But listen,
I remember in high school, everyone would
smarter than y'all.
smoke the grape swishes. That's all I would smell in high school. The Swisher Sweets.
I'm trying to think, what did we have?
Or the
that?
white ones. What were the white ones called?
That was in college, I think.
Because we're we hit behind, yeah.
Yeah.
When I got to college, my first year in college is when Juul was getting popular with the high school kids.
See, when I was in college, ecstasy was the big thing
Oh.
that had just come out. And I was like, Who want to be feeling all on people being freaky like that? That's weird. I'm not taking that shit.
It's just crazy because I think like you definitely still get arrested for having THC oil, right?
It depends on what state you're in, I guess.
Well, here in Texas, because how do they do that? Because it's more concentrated. So is it the same as having a larger amount of weed? How the hell does that work?
I don't know.
Damn, I wish I knew. I don't know, but I feel like
drugs. I don't know.
Can you imagine being like a freaking kid in high school carrying around a bunch of THC oil?
Yeah. I mean, people look at they frown upon CBD oil right now.
That's probably so much. It's probably so much more convenient now to smoke.
And
anywhere.
you can order stuff and get it in the mail.
Yeah.
So easily. So you don't have to go to California.
You don't have to roll stuff. You don't have to lie there and smoke outside. You can just hit it inside. Puff. Wow.
Yeah. See, I'd rather just get like some THC oil and just like put it back here or there or something like that, and then or take a couple drops of it and just be
zonked.
Just zonked. I would love that. I would love that for myself. I do not condone drugs, but I'm not against them either. Just saying for the
it's a neutral drug.
Absolutely. Remember we were talking about last week? We're going to jump for a minute. I know have you been seeing online like Beyonce's concert? Which, okay, here's the thing. If I bought tickets to see a Beyonce experience or anybody else's experience, what I don't need you people who have already gone to the thing to do is show me what she's going to do. I don't want to anticipate. Like, I want to be able to anticipate, oh my God, what is she going to do next? Not see her whole fucking concert
all those
online.
People are live streaming it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what happened to the days of just enjoying being in the presence of these people and enjoying yourself? Like, everybody wants to be the first to post. Oh, look what I posted. Look what I saw. Look what I did. And I was just like, oh, she bought Blue Ivy out. Why couldn't that have been a surprise for everybody?
I like it because my ass couldn't afford Beyonce tickets, so I wanted to watch.
No, listen, I'm grateful for it, but because I didn't buy tickets. But I'm saying if I bought tickets, then I would. If I bought tickets, I'll be very upset. I know she's gonna come out with a Bumblebee outfit on. I know she's gonna have a little silver outfit on. Like, I mean, I'm just like, damn, y'all, can y'all just not want to share every goddamn thing?
I absolutely loved that she is bringing Blue Ivy out. I
love that for her.
She's so cute and old. I didn't realize how old she was.
She's not old.
Like, old compared to her being...
Was she 11?
Like,
that's old?
She is always, to me, the Blue Ivy that was in, when she's on that song?
Oh, Hiya. No, that's not the one. Brown Skin Girls?
Yeah, like, that's the Blue Ivy that's, like, permanently in my brain.
Like 5-6-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or she's like, my name is Van Van, I like to rap. Like, that age?
Yeah.
That's where I'm stuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but people grow older, I guess.
Well, people were talking crap about Blue Ivy, saying like, "Oh, she just didn't seem like she was really dancing, like she ain't take out her mom." And I'm like, did y'all expect Blue Ivy to be booty shaking out here, twerking and shit? She's
also,
11.
She looks like, not that she's too cool, but she looks like she's one of those dancers who's like, "Oh, this is
she's
just a little
too cool for
This
school.
is just a little fucking dance I made up, and I'm doing it with my mom out here."
Blue Ivy is definitely too cool for school because she was
Beyonce's
letting her mom
a Virgo. Are you kidding? She's gonna hit everything to a T. Blue Ivy could not care. She's like, I'm gonna manage my mama in a second. Mom, you better let me come out.
Yeah, because listen, she humbles Beyonce at every chance.
Every time, and I love it.
Because I genuinely think that Blue Ivy does not care who Beyonce is. She's like, you are mom and you're embarrassing me. I don't care how many millions of people are crying over you. I do not care. You are embarrassing me right now.
She's like,
so
I can go out there and do that little dance. You think it's hard?
Exactly. And then at one point she kind of looked around and was just like, where the fuck she went? Oh, okay, I guess I'll keep dancing, whatever.
Also, can you imagine being that young and dancing in front of that many people? That's crazy.
That's probably super scary, but I'm quite sure she's to a degree used to it because every time she goes somewhere, people are always gawking at her and staring at her.
I love these celebrities that are just like their kids are getting older and they're bringing them out more, and not in like the weird Kim Kardashian North is my accessory type of way, but like I don't know. I saw a video of Serena Williams telling Olympia that they were gonna have another baby.
Oh yeah,
so super cute.
Yeah, and even like when she takes her sometimes to go and play tennis and stuff like that, like it's super cute to be able to to bond over those things.
Yeah,
and,
or even like Savannah James, and she's posting all about Bronny graduating, and so I'm like, this is so cool. Like, you guys are just parents.
Yeah, because you get to see their children grow up, and the thing is, I think people, like going back to what you said even last week, I think people forget that these kids are actually kids. Like, we see them as celebrities' children, but they are actually children. And they are still trying to navigate through this world. And for people to hold them to these unrealistic expectations of what you think that they should or should not be doing. And it's like, y'all, they're fucking kids. Like, let them live their lives. They did not ask to be in this limelight. They did not ask for their parents to be famous. Just give them privacy. Like,
did you see Megan Thee Stallion dancing with Jay in the crowd?
I didn't think it was possible for Megan Thee Stallion to be even more beautiful than she
With
is.
that Foxy
But,
Cleopatra ass
yo,
afro, I cannot handle it.
Skin looks clear,
My
body just
God.
to the gods.
They sent
She
that
looks
man away and she
amazing.
said, I have been freed.
Listen, it's a wonder what social media, getting off of social media for a while will do.
She looks great.
She does. She absolutely does.
Living her best life.
She was just singing her heart out with Jay-Z sitting right there, singing
know.
his heart out like he was like, oh,
He's
that's
like,
my
finally, a
wife.
tour that's not about me.
Well, if you stop fucking up,
Hey.
then you won't be finding out. Anyway, I'll tell you who fucked up and found out. DoorDash. So I don't know if you heard lately,
Pissed.
and allegedly, because I didn't check the source of this article. Anyway, so we'll
wasn't
just say
peer-reviewed?
allegedly. No, it was on TikTok. Anyway, DoorDash apparently is being sued for charging iPhone users more than Android users. Did you hear about that?
Which fucked up. Because if there's anyone who should be charged extra,
It's Android.
it's your
users.
damn Android users. Damn green
I
bubbles.
just feel like that is so unfair. Like for people to think that somehow you owning an iPhone is like worth more than an Android, and I'm like, both phones are $1,000.
Was it DoorDash or Uber Eats that was charging people more for delivery based on where they lived?
I don't know because I don't use either one.
There was a company that not like
This was recent.
yeah, it wasn't
Oh, wow.
it wasn't distance from the restaurant charging you more. It was like what area you were ordering in. I think it was Uber or DoorDash or something. It was like the area you were ordering in was costing more because they figured you were in a more affluent area.
But that doesn't have any. That's just like charging a celebrity more because they're a celebrity. Like I know a lot of some celebrities, they do complain about that where they're just like, I know that I may be famous, but don't try to charge me $1,000 for a set of nails when your normal prices are like $100. Like don't try to upcharge me
Yeah.
because you're gonna get more clientele
They
and
get
more
shit
service
for free.
Yeah, but it's still, I just think that if you're paying for a service, don't upcharge me. Give me the same amount as everybody else, or
Yeah.
just give me a discount.
That's great. I wonder why charging iPhone users more.
They're probably pissed off at iPhone users. I don't know.
That was like, was it Uber that was charging? Oh no, Uber was charging more if your phone was about to die. Do you remember that?
What do you mean? How did they know your phone was about to die?
I don't know. There were two people standing next to each other. They ordered an Uber at the same time. One's phone was about to die and it was more expensive.
How do you know my phone is about to die?
It's in the bugs.
The algorithm? That's stupid.
The bugs. I'm
That's
just telling
crazy.
you what the internet's saying.
I don't know. I'll tell you what else is going.
If AI can generate all the shit it's generating, you're telling me there's no way for them to know what my phone battery life
Oh, there
is at?
definitely is. There absolutely is. I think also too, like, speaking of price changes, Netflix, I feel like y'all need to get y'all shit together. I feel like a couple months ago we had this conversation and y'all was like, oh, no, just kidding. We weren't going to do that. And then y'all were just like, okay, I think they finally got over it and we're going to try it again. and
Y'all
see what
better be
happens.
careful because the way Apple TV is going, I may just cut Netflix completely.
Listen,
Apple
Hulu,
TV is banger after banger.
BET Plus got some good shit on
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Showtime, Max.
HBO kind of pissed me off by switching to Max, but it's fine. We're gonna get over that because I will always stay with HBO. But
I got that for free with my cell phone. So.
yeah, and I logged on to Netflix the other day and it was like, do you want to make this your like basically primary whatever, and then all the accounts linked to this Wi-Fi will be what's allowed on the account. And I was like, are you kidding me?
I just think that that's so unfair because my thing is you have kids who are in college who are still on their parents' accounts or people who are traveling or whatever. Like who I choose to share my password with is none of your business.
What if you want to pay for it for your mom and your dad or your grandparents or,
That's so stupid.
Like my mom, the queen of, I told so-and-so at work that they had to watch the show. I gave out my password to everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just pissed off because y'all owe these writers a lot of fucking money and y'all are trying to get the consumers to pay for it and we ain't about to do it because y'all got enough shareholder money. So
I saw Queen Charlotte. I can get rid of Netflix for a couple months.
Listen,
have you watched Queen Charlotte?
No.
You're not a Bridgerton girl?
No. And after that, I mean, sorrows, prayers. But other than that, or is it prayers, sorrows?
Sorrows.
It
was good. Shonda really did something.
Shonda Rhimes.
She did more of the same, but it's fine.
Here's the thing about Shonda Rhimes. I have given Shonda Rhimes majority of my adulthood. And I've allowed Shonda Rhimes to
she doesn't get any more.
Raise my blood pressure and give me anxiety over the course of probably the last 15 years. And I need a break.
Nothing beats those early episodes of Grey's.
The fact that she used to give the finale ending first on the first episode, and then you have to go backward to see how you led up to that.
Wasn't that some bullshit?
Yo, I was just like, Shonda, you can't keep and then you think when you get to the finale, you're just like, there's no way she can top this. She already gave us a banger in the beginning. No. And then you gotta wait months for it to come back on.
Surely these characters can't almost die again.
Meredith done died 30 times.
At least.
Okay.
At least.
You know the only well, no, they did almost kill her. I was gonna say the only person that hasn't almost died is Bailey, but no, they did give her a heart attack.
They sure did. Heart attack. No one is safe on that show.
They're not even Grey herself. But yeah, I will not I need a break from Shonda. Like, I've gone through Grey's Anatomy. I went through Private Practice. I went through How to Get Away with Murder. Scandal. I need a break. Shonda, you have. We've been through a tumultuous relationship.
Do you think her life is dramatic, or do you think she just has like a vivid imagination?
I think she has an absolutely vivid imagination.
Yeah.
She seems like she lives the most, like, I won't say boring, but the most, like uninteresting life. Like, she probably just, like, made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at 3 o'clock.
So she's like, gotta spice it up.
Exactly. It's the same thing with Stacey Abrams with her spicy books.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Really I forgot she wrote those books.
Yeah. And I mean, she's a politician, so she has to be very rigid in a way in front of the public. And then behind the closed doors, she's just like, I got 2 spies who going to fall in love with each other and kill some people. You know, I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think she lives this extravagant secret like Jeffrey Epstein life? I don't think she does.
Oh, God, that man. No, I don't. But I'm just like, where does the content come from?
Your brain. You sit up here on this podcast every week and make up shit. I'm just saying. But I'm saying, like, you see how your imagination goes.
Nothing I say is made up.
No, not like that.
Factual.
No, not like that. But I'm just saying,
people already think I'm a liar. Don't spread that narrative.
Well, you said you're a liar multiple times.
But maybe I was lying about that.
See, you're a liar. That's the point. You're proving that you're a liar.
I'm an embellisher of the truth. AKA and I'll stick by that.
A liar. There's nothing wrong with being a liar sometimes if it's for the greater good. But like, we lie in our profession all the time.
My intention is not to lie, so that negates the lying part.
I don't know that I believe that.
My intention is just to not have to deal with you or get in trouble myself. Self-preservation.
Okay, I think you're trying to convince yourself and it's not working.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Netflix, y'all need to cut out with this price change shit and trying to control how people gonna do. And I hope everybody don't renew their Netflix and that y'all fail. And Blockbuster came for y'all head and was like, remember back in the day, y'all, when y'all used to rent from us, we didn't care who you shared the video with as long as you brought it back.
You could copy Netflix. A whole Blockbuster movie.
And they didn't care.
They didn't care shit.
All they said was, please be kind and rewind.
And I did that most of the time.
Absolutely. Because they would fine you if you didn't. But they would only fine you like 50 cents. It wasn't like a whole bunch.
Man, that used to be the vibe. Going to Blockbuster, looking through all the rows of movies, getting a little snack from the... Remember the bucket of popcorn with the popcorn on the bottom?
Absolutely. It was amazing. That's why bring Blockbuster back.
You would have to go, if they didn't have your movie, you'd go up to the front and see maybe someone returned it.
Yeah.
And they were just waiting.
Exactly.
Man.
Definitely.
That was an experience.
It really was. It was a time for everybody to get together because you knew everybody was doing the same thing on Friday and Saturday nights, which was watching a movie, pizza and a movie. I'll tell you what else is kind of changing a little bit. People's minds. Okay. Well, they're not changing, obviously. Have you seen the new gear in Target supporting the LGBTQ plus community?
No. My Target runs lately have been specifically toiletries.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't even go on that side because I get overwhelmed. There's a lot. Like clothes wise, and I'm trying to pack for Europe, and I keep seeing things that I don't need. So
I don't
I'm just
like that they put
away.
Ultas in Targets. I don't like that.
Ulta's like
it's too much.
It's low vibrational, you know?
Yeah, because stuff is always everywhere. You can't find what you need.
I don't need that.
Ulta is definitely the Walmart of makeup, or
yes.
of beauty, and Sephora is definitely the Target. But anyway, so Target has put in their stores a lot of supportive gear, clothes, and whatnot for both adults and children, for the LGBTQ plus community. Because as you know, I think June is LGBTQ month or something like that. I don't recognize it because it's Juneteenth for me, so that's my most important holiday in June. Even though I am an ally, I just hold off my allyship for the month of June because it's Juneteenth, and then we move on. Anyway, but I'll celebrate both.
For the blood.
Exactly. But people have been losing their goddamn minds over Target putting the LGBTQ plus stuff
and the kids.
It's the gay agenda. It's the gay agenda. And I'm like, y'all, you know, all you have to do is just not shop at Target, right?
Or start your own brand of.
Or here's an idea. Walk past it. Like, it's very easy to
Y'all
walk
have been
past
mad
it.
at Target since the bathroom, so I don't even know why you're still shopping at Target.
Since the bathroom. I was like,
Remember when they made them
that's the inclusive
genderless bathrooms?
Yeah, which and never mind, I won't tell my opinion about it because I don't want to get canceled. Anyway, but I think people.
But then, do you just if you don't like it, you don't use the bathroom?
I
At
don't
Target,
use the
or
bathroom.
You don't go to Target.
Absolutely.
Don't buy your kids the gay shit.
That's what but don't come on to the gay people and tell the gay people that they shouldn't be represented.
They were like, we didn't do
anything. We didn't tell Target we wanted this. We told Target we want to be left alone, and they were like, "Hey, gay ass people, we're gonna build you some shirts, bitch.
You're gonna like it, and Facebook is gonna be pissed,
and we're gonna have your little babies in it that says I'm trans." And the LGBTQ plus community is like, "Who told y'all we wanted this?
We just wanted a little bit of representation.
Just put a rainbow flag out. We didn't ask you to do all the pants and the shirts." And people have been going rabid, like taking the clothes off and knocking down like the different displays, and I'm like, y'all just walk past it. It's not that big of a deal. Like, Jesus, this is the same thing we went through when Target did the whole Black History Month. Well, why can't we have a White History Month?
You know why? Every day is White History Month.
Listen, Ron DeSantis, if he had his way, he would whitewash everything and take everything
his
black
announcement
out.
for president?
It was really weird because then he do it to space and he got no response back.
It was really weird.
Even the aliens was like fuck this bitch.
I don't know who approved that.
Yeah, Target. I mean, I didn't find anything wrong with it. I didn't find anything wrong with having rainbows on little kids' clothes because I don't think, like, I get it that the rainbow represents the LGBTQ plus community. However, that doesn't just own, like, the LGBTQ plus community doesn't just own the rainbow.
They're indoctrinating the children.
Well, it's the gay agenda, you know? Like, if you put a rainbow on, haha, you're gay. And I'm like, didn't Jesus put a rainbow out after the flood and all that?
No, yeah, God put it out for Noah.
So is Jesus gay?
They've taken it and they've reclaimed it.
They've reclaimed it for their own devilish use. Y'all are sick. Like, and not the LGBTQ plus community. The people that are pissed off that they have representation. Like, y'all are stupid. Like, I will never understand how you're pissed off about a rainbow.
Is the black shit out for Juneteenth yet? Have you looked?
Not that I've seen, no.
They're taking over Oshpot. See, that's where we're gonna have a turf war.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. If you put more gay stuff out over Juneteenth stuff, we're gonna have a problem. But then Target's like, we ain't fucking with that Juneteenth stuff. We see what y'all did to Walmart. Walmart was like, black people. Black people was like, take it out, take it down, take it down. And they're, never mind. Okay.
Wasn't approved. Wasn't not approved.
Came out with Juneteenth ice cream, like y'all fucking crazy.
I do remember that.
Anyway,
was it red for the blood?
No, it wasn't red for the blood. They had the colors? The was it yellow,
yellow,
red,
black,
and green?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is kind of weird. But
You
anyway,
did a little too much.
What were you telling me about Taylor Swift and Ice Spice?
The internet is in an uproar because Taylor Swift broke up with her long-term. I know you're very interested in this, so
Absolutely.
I will give you the story here.
I'm what do they call him? A
Swiftie?
Swiftie.
Looks like it. I could tell.
Not. Yeah.
Taylor Swift
Don't
was
look like
dating
one?
this guy for years. His name was Joe Alwyn. You don't really. He's irrelevant unless you're a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Oh, she's not even dating him anymore.
She's not dating that man. She has now been
Oh.
seen with this other guy. His name is Matt Healy. He is like in a band, the 1975, who you wouldn't have heard of because they play music we don't fucking listen to.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
he is controversial because he's just like, he did like a Hitler salute at a concert. He's just like one of those people, you know, like just does shit and you're like, was that necessary to do?
Yeah.
So they have been seen together. They are apparently now dating. I think every relationship she has is a fucking farce. So whatever.
She's like the white version of Lori Harvey.
Yes. Well, I think Kendall Jenner is the white version of Lori Harvey. Taylor Swift's a little elevated, but yes, same kind of concept. So her new guy that she's hanging out with was on a podcast. They were talking about Ice Spice. I don't know that he necessarily said the comments, but he was laughing along when the comments were made, kind of like poking fun at her race and because she's racially ambiguous and making fun of like, was it Native, like Inuit people and Chinese people and their accents. And it was just shit that you hear and you're like, ugh, that's not going to go over very well.
Yeah.
But now, and I think he did apologize. Like he was at a concert and he was like, I love Ice Spice. Anyway, fast forward now, Ice Spice just did a remix of a song, like a Taylor Swift song. They're working together on this song with that guy, and everyone's like, he was racist and talked mad shit about you, and now you're making a song with them.
Well, did Taylor Swift say it about her?
No. But she's
why are we-
fraternizing. So now it's,
Who cares? You got to separate business from personal. Ice Spice getting a check.
A Taylor Swift check?
Taylor Swift
she
check is a
has
mighty
to
good
be
check.
one of the most well-known artists in the world.
Well, and probably highest paid, too.
Also, she's probably like, people talk shit about me all the time.
Remember there was a controversy that she was like being in danger because she kept doing like this universal signal
Yeah,
for
I do
help.
remember that.
They were
And
like,
now it's
"Help
in
Taylor Swift."
every airport bathroom. Is that fucking sign that's like, if you see this?
But I'm like, you're helping the kidnappers because they know what it means now.
Yeah.
So y'all need to come up with a
The
different
traffickers.
sign. Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what's popping off in capitalism right now.
That's weird. I
What else?
take TikTok is being sued. I mean, not sorry.
Montana banned TikTok. I
TikTok
did hear
is
about that.
yeah. So we brought to y'all last week about Montana banning TikTok, being the first state in the United States to ban TikTok, and now
I feel
TikTok
like we've
is
had
suing
this
Montana. Yeah. What?
Oh my god.
Wake it the fuck up.
Wake it the fuck up. I thought, did Montana already ban TikTok and now they're getting sued? Or
Yes.
is this all new?
No. They
'Cause
just banned it
I thought we had this conversation before.
last week.
Oh, maybe. Sounds about right.
How much partying did you?
Because
do
if we
back
talk about
then?
no one's in Montana, so what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah, did they banned it? Yeah, but
Yeah.
TikTok is like no, but I think TikTok needs to get a handle on it because every state is going to start trying to follow suit, and so they're like, "Nah, let me sue the fuck out of everybody," because they're saying that it's unconstitutional right now.
Why don't y'all ban Discord? Isn't that how all the secrets got out?
What in Montana?
No,
Oh.
when that kid was like, have you heard all that shit?
Hold on a second, pause. I gotta stand up. Shit.
Uh oh.
Oh my fucking back. Hold on. I'm sorry.
When we were going to not war, but when all the shit was going on with Ukraine
Yeah.
in Russia, there was this kid. Okay, so when 9/11 happened, it's lengthy. When 9/11 happened, a bunch of different services like CIA, FBI, all these people had bits and pieces about 9/11, so they knew something was going to happen, but no one could put it all together because they weren't communicating. 9/11 happened, it was fucked.
Yeah.
So then they decided, hey, we're going to all start talking. We're going to make this like national database for all these organizations, security organizations. So that way everyone has access to the information. That way if something happens, we can get more people on it. Maybe someone will see something, we can stop something.
Yeah.
Which means that these like very low ranking people working for the government have access to very high level information.
Yeah.
So
security
when they were, so there was this leak and they were like, how the fuck did this happen? And it was just some 21-year-old kid who had access to these like basically plans for how we were going to invade and how we were going to help Ukraine and all this shit. And he was on Discord talking on like a chat site and someone was like, you don't know shit. And he was like, oh yeah, I'll tell you what I know. And just, and that's how this happened.
Don't ever double dog dare somebody to tell you information, 'cause
All
they
that
gonna
to
give it
say, what, like, has that happened on TikTok? No.
you. No.
But
It's
you're
just
gonna
a
let
way
people
to-
be on Discord. Like, I don't. Why are we banning TikTok?
Well, because TikTok is a way to gain information, and it's a way to gain information that we have not had before. And it's unlike Google because it's in real time, and people in different countries are able to tell exactly what's going on in their country right away, and you're able to give evidence about it. And they're giving a platform unlike Instagram and Facebook and Meta, where they can to a degree control what you're putting out there, because then they'll say, oh, well, no, if you say the word COVID-19, they're going to automatically flag it. Oh, this could be some misinformation or whatever the case may be, versus TikTok. They're not going to do that a whole bunch.
How do you ban an app? Do you just like not let it into the like all the servers just block it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That seems un-American. It's giving China.
And that's why TikTok is suing it, because they're saying that it's unconstitutional. And honestly, I really feel like a lot of these content creators, y'all need to start getting y'all lawsuits up and start lawyering up to band together to come after the Constitution. Not the Constitution,
making a lot of money on
the
that
government. Exactly. And some of y'all have quit y'all full-time jobs to be full-time influencers, and y'all do not have the same level of followers on your Instagram that you do on your TikTok.
I feel like there are much more detrimental sites that could be blocked.
The CDC, they ain't been right since the pandemic, and you worried about TikTok spreading misinformation. The CDC is spreading misinformation, allegedly. Anyway,
Twitter.
Well, they ain't gonna touch Twitter because they in the pockets of Elon. So
know.
you know that's part of the problem.
Like, there's a lot of crazy sites out there. I don't know.
I feel like we just have bigger fish to fry. Like, we still have homelessness. The veterans don't have what they need. Children are still starving in this country. We have a big housing crisis. First of all, we're in debt. And I'm sorry, not we. Joe Biden and them is in debt.
That's Joe Biden.
Okay? And the debt ceiling is It's about to just rupture.
Raising the
and
roof.
you're worried about TikTok versus paying your bills. If you ain't a true American, I don't know what else is. I'm telling you. The United States of America is like a 23-year-old college student who just moved out of their mama house because they grown and know everything and is trying to decide between going out to the club and paying their bills.
This still feels like when older people don't understand something and they just know it's bad and someone gave them a little morsel of something and this is the hill they're going to die on. And they don't want to understand it and they're too old to fucking get it or use it. They just know like, well, this can't be good because all these things are coming from it. So we're just going to block it.
The tick and the talk, these kids are doing
The
dances.
tick and the devil's
It's got to be
dances.
China.
I'm just like, I need the old people out of I need you. There needs to be an age limit.
I've never been ageist until social media became a thing.
I'm just like, if I need you to be able to like prove a series of things before we can even consider you. Like I need you to be able to make an Excel document, to print, to save something into a PDF, to print something.
I need you to be able to change your ringtone before you tell me about TikTok.
I want you to be able to just log on to TikTok and I'm going to say, find me a video of something on TikTok. I want you to be able to do that.
Yeah, log in. What's your password?
Log in.
What's your password?
Send a Snapchat with the dog face emoji.
Most boomers don't even have passwords on their phone.
Or it's 0000.
Matter of fact, find a picture from February of 2020. I know this picture was in here somewhere. Hey, just keep scrolling.
Or this is what I want. I want to do like here, you know, and your boards and stuff, it's like a case study.
Yeah.
And they give you a blurb and you have to find all these things.
Yeah.
I want to be like, I play a video for them and I'm like, okay, with the information from this, how are you going to find out whether or not that information is true or false?
Exactly.
Run me through your game plan.
Exactly.
That's all I need you to be able to do. That's on problem solving.
They don't have it anymore. They don't have it
So
anymore.
all that to say, if y'all fucking come for my TikTok, state of Texas.
That's all we have. Come
That's
on.
all I have these days.
You know Gregory's coming after it. You know Hot Wheels is
Gregory.
coming. Hot Wheels is coming. It's only a matter of time. I tell you, we were talking about Elon Musk. I
heard of him.
So yeah, he's weird. So he is doing something that's a bit controversial, but I think to a degree, a 10% degree, that it can be a great thing. So he has this thing called Neuralink, right? And the FDA actually approved for him to be able to start clinical trials on humans called for a study called Neuralink, which is basically giving patients who suffer from paralysis the opportunity to control different things with their mind or with neurons in their mind. So basically, like, you know how there was a technology at one point where if you were reading a book on your phone, it would basically track your eye movement and then move the pages up and down. Exactly. So it's mostly, he says, it's being used for the paralyzed population.
Okay.
But we know that he's trying to get to the aliens.
Did you ever watch that show that now I cannot think of the name for? So that's great. Super duper, Alyssa. Figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Y'all, if y'all see this video and y'all see me moving a lot, my back is really hurting right now. So that's why I'm in a lot of pain. So I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Made for Love? Is it called Made for Love? L for Love. There's a show on HBO and it's like there's this Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk type character, and he develops this chip that you can implant into your partner's head. Like you and your partner have these chips implanted, and it just connects you both. So you can like develop this connection, and they can see what you see, and all of these things.
Isn't that just called quality time?
No, it's like super toxic.
Intimacy.
Yeah, and it like every time they have sex, he can look back and see like how much she enjoyed it and all of her like hormone levels and
Sir, don't do that to yourself and embarrass yourself.
Weird shit.
Because she may be thinking about her ex-boyfriend or something.
Yeah, it was called Made for Love.
Okay.
And it's really interesting, but that's what this reminds me of. Like chips in people's heads and shit, and then she's stuck and can't get the chip out of her head.
I mean, I just think, here's the thing. Remember back in the day, they said that stem cell research was unconstitutional, or that it was, not unconstitutional. They said that it was morally wrong because you're killing unborn children, even though it's a stem cell.
They weren't taking them. They weren't stealing them from unborn children, were they? They were like...
No.
Like fetuses that weren't...
They were taking it from the cord blood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, because that's where most of stem cells are anyway, in the cord blood. Cord. Exactly. And so the FDA was saying, oh, we can't do this allegedly or whatever.
And now it's like all the rage. Everyone's getting the stem cells.
It took the FDA forever to approve the damn vaccine, but you going to approve some shit from Elon Musk? If that ain't a paycheck, I don't know what is, allegedly.
Yeah, it would be cool though. I mean, it makes sense. Like if you're paralyzed, your brain is still functioning. You know what you want to say or do or whatever. Right. Can you imagine if it hooks up to like a robot, so you have arms, but they're not your arms, but they can do all the things for you?
That's scary.
Ooh, that's some like what's the show you always say to you're like, you can't believe you get Terminator.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's some Terminator shit.
Yeah, I don't trust it now.
Or like iRobot.
Yeah. Anything else we need to go into before we go into what we're talking about?
Before we go into what we're talking about. Nope. Sounds good.
I'm delirious right now because I'm in pain. You said you saw The Little Mermaid, right?
I saw The Little Mermaid.
How was it?
Her voice is beautiful. There's like a backstory to this one that I don't understand.
Don't tell me because I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's not like spoiler or anything.
Yeah.
I can't tell if like the prince I think he was adopted. There's just like.
Is his parents black and Chinese or something like that?
It's very much giving
Cinderella.
And I was sitting there thinking like, I just need a little more context, but I'm not getting it. I don't think we were blind, like race blind casting.
Yeah.
That's not what this feels like. Because in Brandy, it was very much like those were his parents.
It was deliberate.
I mean, not in Brady, but in Cinderella. It was like deliberate. We're just whoever can do it.
Right.
And they like drop hints like, oh, when we found you about the prince, there's no death. It's really weird. I just need a little more fucking context.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I didn't like so far about like the casting was the guy who played Sebastian, right?
Oh, he's not giving.
And he's not Jamaican
He's
enough.
not giving.
And I know I might get some flack, but I needed like a Beanie Man Bougie Bantan.
Oh yeah, a bumper clap.
That a bomba. I needed some of that, and I just felt like he was the most Americanized Jamaican.
He sounds like a second generation.
Yes. Like he hasn't been back to
like
Jamaica.
His parents went to college in America, but he goes to the Caribbean every summer to see his grandparents.
Yes.
That's what he sounds like.
I really wish they would have casted Bougie Bantan or Benny Man. Like those are the only two that you can do.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. Who's not doing anything?
Beanie Man.
Yes, he is. He's making music.
Well, but I mean, come on.
He could definitely do that.
He's already speaking into a mic.
He's already a musician, so
Perfect.
That was a no-brainer, Disney. Come on.
Yeah, it was good. I did like it.
Yeah. How did Melissa McCarthy
Melissa McCarthy did really
Really?
well. Yeah, I think everyone did really well. But I just had questions that
About
needed
the storyline.
answers. I didn't realize. Okay, you're not a Bridgerton girl. One of the girls, the main girl from the second season of
Black girl?
Bridgerton, the Indian girl,
Oh, yeah.
is Southeast Asian.
Yes.
She is one of the mermaid sisters. She had no line, like she did not talk.
Maybe she talked and they just didn't put it in the movie.
They like cut it all out.
Yeah.
So shitty. But
Maybe
all the
director's
sisters were
cut.
cool because the sisters were racially diverse. We love to see that.
Yeah, I love that.
And they were all beautiful.
Or
Everything.
King Triton was just a Rolling Stone.
Oh, Javier Bardem. God,
he's gorgeous.
so attractive. Love to
gorgeous
see that.
man.
It was good. Watch it. The
Yeah.
music was good. There's a couple new songs. I liked it.
Was there a bunch of kids in the theater with you?
There were kids. There was a little kid next to me, and I was like, I just
Shut the fuck up,
can't
little
with
kid.
kids these days. Yeah.
Yeah. This is my time. You don't even know who this character is. Shut your ass up.
But there were songs that weren't in there that I wish had been in there. But for the most part, it was good.
Yeah. Was Kiss the Girls in there?
Yes.
Okay, as long as that song is in there.
And I have been watching a show on Apple TV called Platonic with Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne.
How was it?
So cute.
I can't get comfortable.
We're almost done. We're almost out of here.
I know. We just got 2 more things left.
It's super cute. It's about this guy and this girl. They were friends like all growing up.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up marrying a girl that the girl doesn't like, so they kind of lose touch, stop being friends. Well, he
Yeah.
gets a divorce, so she kind of comes back into his life. It's
Toxic.
hilarious.
Sounds very toxic.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is it? I don't know.
maybe it's true love. It's fate. Who knows?
Maybe. Well, she's married. He was married. It's very. They're platonic.
Was
Platonic.
it like a
friends.
Lifetime movie, kind of, sort of?
No.
The
It's
romance?
like an Apple TV show. There's no. It's not a. It's just Seth Rogen's really funny in it, and I like him a lot. And if you
I love
enjoy
Seth
him, or she was. Did you watch Neighbors? She was the wife in Neighbors. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Okay. Sorry about that.
1010 would watch.
Cool beans. All right, you ready to go on into the rehab corner?
Let's do it.
All right. In the rehab corner today, we got 2 topics. Firstly, I've been in the healthcare field almost 2 decades, and
God.
I know that sounds very weird to say that. And I'm not even 40 yet. Anyway, but I've had to do some very disgusting things as a healthcare worker, and never in my almost 2 decades of a career have I ever had to pull a turd out of a patient's ass. And I had to
Amen.
do that yesterday.
That is truly one of my worst fears.
And the man was like, he was very nice, right? And
that's good.
And it's a part of my job, right? But what I didn't expect was when he bent over for me to like get him cleaned up, was for there to be like a turd sticking out of his ass.
His booty hole brown.
It was very brown. And then I was like, sir, are you done? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, I don't think you're not, because it's hanging out. Like sit back down and just push.
How do you not feel that?
I don't know. I think as you get older,
You lose
I don't
sensation
know.
down there?
Yeah, I think you do. I think your pelvic floor just gets super weak, whether you're a man or a woman, and I think your
Keep
pelvic
shit
floor
out of your
just.
assholes.
Well, not necessarily, because that's not really a part of your. I mean, it's a part of your pelvic floor, but not really. I don't know.
Booty hole, bro?
I mean, you just get older. Everything laxes, so it's a muscle.
Oh my God. If my asshole falls out of my ass.
No, his asshole wasn't. His rectum was still where it needed to be. It was just a turd. And and the nurse was supposed to go in there with me. So to every nurse out there, that if your physical or occupational therapist cleans up your patient, just thank them. Take them out to lunch or something, because when I came out of that room and I told the nurse, "Where were you? You were supposed to be in there with me, helping me." And she's like, "Oh, I had to pull like a stat culture." How convenient.
How convenient.
And the man was just like, "Yeah, my diaper's full." I was like, "That's okay." He
My
was like,
diaper.
and he just kept saying, he was like, "Well, you're a physical therapist. Like, why are you helping to get me cleaned up?" And I
Because
said,
I'm not going to leave you sitting here and shit.
exactly. And I told him, I said, "Sir, there's no job that's in the hospital that's above a physical therapist. Like, I'm not too educated and too good that I can't wipe an ass in a hospital. Like, because if I were in a hospital, I would want somebody to wipe my ass and not leave shit chucked in my ass." Ugh. Anyway, off that, we were talking about social media at work. Do you use social media while you're at work? Don't answer that.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Absolutely not. We do not do that at our jobs. So apparently a lot of nurses have been getting fired lately. A lot of healthcare professionals have been getting fired lately because of their, I guess, abuse, quote unquote, of using social media. Like, what do you think about social media in healthcare?
I think it's tricky because if you're at work, you're supposed to be on the clock, and we don't have normal jobs where we sit and we're on a computer. It's like, people's lives.
Yeah.
So inherently it gives the idea, like it portrays that even if you're on lunch break, if I see that, you're probably thinking like, why aren't they doing their fucking job?
Mm-hmm.
Also HIPAA. So you have to be super careful. Also, I would feel like if I'm a big hospital, I'm immediately like, nope, you're out of here. I don't want the liability.
Yeah.
But like everyone's on social media, like everyone, nurses. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's where I'll start.
Okay.
Remember that time that y'all were all pieces of shit during that whole global pandemic thing and all the nurses quit? And then we were like, we need nurses. So we hired all these 15-year-old kids to just fast track to being a nurse.
Yeah. They tried to increase employee morale by saying, give us TikTok challenges.
Yeah. And all the hospitals are like, we're going to get on TikTok because that's what the kids are doing. So now you have these kids who grew up with social media. They're all on TikTok. It's your whole life.
Yeah.
So like of course they're going to be on TikTok during their breaks at work. I don't know.
Well, and I think hospital administration are hypocrites, because you can't sit here and put out a challenge to say, hey, we want to see which department can come up with the best video for this and the best challenge for this.
In your scrubs.
And the mannequin
in our
challenge.
hospital.
Exactly. And then you tell them, well, you can only participate when it comes to challenges that we approve, but everything else you can't do. And even if it's like, you're not giving any, like, you have your badge turned over, your patients are not in the view, there's no HIPAA, violations that are occurring, but you're just in the building. I think it's hypocritical to then tell them that, oh no, you can't post certain things, because I think this world that we live in of social media has been able to bridge a gap of trust between consumer and clinician that we've never had before, because you now get to see physicians being actual human beings, and you get to see them going over certain cases or being more relatable to people. And I think a lot of consumers now are not as afraid as they used to be to go to physicians, because now you see your favorite TikTok physician or your favorite TikTok nurse, and they've given you education or tips and tricks or whatever the case may be. So I think social media can definitely be very, very helpful when it comes to bridging the gap of communication and trust between the community and the clinicians, but you can't be hypocritical and pick and choose when that actual occurrence happens.
I think it's 100% a comments thing, because no matter what any nurse or anyone says, it's more nurses I feel like that are getting in trouble, but you have half the people saying like, yes, go off sis, thanks, and the other half like, I can't believe they allow you to be a nurse in this hospital. I can't believe that I would never let you to take care of me. And hospitals are probably like, fuck.
Yeah, because even for the comment that I just made about me pulling a turd out of a patient's ass, like even though that happened,
back to me pulling a turd out of someone's ass,
because I need y'all to know how disgusting it was. But as disgusting as it was, like, that is my reality every single day of cleaning up a patient. And I didn't say this fucking piece of shit guy I had to do. You know, I'm just talking about an experience that I had as a clinician and making light of it, because the average person probably couldn't handle that. They probably throw up and pass out or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I can guarantee most of the comments would be like, I have a similar experience. That is so funny. I could never imagine that being my job. But it takes like four comments of people being like, I cannot believe you would talk about someone like this.
Well, this is why they feel this way.
Is this
anyway?
the kind of people at this hospital that they're employing?
Right.
It's just, and I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just like
admin is just like, it's not worth it.
You know, I wish administration in hospitals were kind of like the Wiener Circle. Have you ever heard of the Wiener Circle?
Like Weenie Hut Jr.?
No, it's like a popular place in Chicago where they get to talk to the consumers any kind of way, and they just be like, "Fuck you! What the fuck you want, bitch? What kind of hot dog you want? You raggedy asshole."
Wiener Circle.
Wiener Circle.
Like dicks for hot dogs.
Yeah, but way better. Like, you need to look it up. Like, Wiener Circle is a whole big thing. So I wish administration, or like, you know how the guy on TikTok where he responds as the company and like trolls them or whatever. I wish administration gonna come over there and be like, shut the fuck up, Karen. Like, they're expressing themselves. Let healthcare workers also too talk about certain things. It's also like we go back to the X video of the nurses, right? And I feel like every industry has icks about themselves and about their profession.
Right.
And it's not a reflection of we hate these types of people. It's just the fact of these are the experiences that we have here, like similarly, and we're just talking about it. It
only takes one, like,
true.
People can't see you at work all day. All they have is whatever they see in this video, and
clip.
that taints or colors or whatever your entire professional career.
Yeah.
That lady that just was stealing a bike from those kids. She's like a PA.
Yeah.
Did you see that in New York? And she was fighting with those kids. And like, I don't even know. I looked at that video and I immediately was like, this is going to take so long for me to figure out the context, what actually she said, if she's in the wrong, what the kids were doing. And I was like, but she's already, like, people already think she's bad, which I don't know if she is or isn't. But then there's a GoFundMe where it's raised like $20,000 for her.
Well, because she's a white woman and she cried white tears.
Yeah, but I was like, you don't know. Based off the clip I saw, you don't fucking know.
You don't know who these people are. And even if they give their opinion about one thing that they're doing, they're not in their uniforms. They're not representing their whatever job that they're. Why? Here's my question too. Why are we in a culture where we are trying to ruin people's livelihoods? Like, it's one thing for you to be a physician, like that one physician that I saw on social media where he takes an alcohol wipe and he's with this black kid and he starts rubbing it super aggressively. And then he looks at it. He was like, wow, this is dirty. Like, have you even taken a bath today? And the guy was like, it's shea butter. He was like, well, did you at least brush your teeth today? Now that racism, like, let's be very clear. That was totally uncalled for. We've seen patients have dirty shit, right? You keep it to your goddamn self. But when you start doing shit like that, there's a very thick line, okay, between being racist as shit and just telling your experience and being funny. Because even there were these teachers that got in trouble recently where they were talking about, there was some podcast and they were talking about IEPs and stuff like that. And so one of the teachers on there was just like, well, yeah, it's always funny to see the kids get in trouble with their parents. And I'm paraphrasing. And he was saying like, well, yeah, because your kid is basically too DUMB for me to understand it. I'm like, okay, calling kids dumb.
Maybe not.
So every other teacher probably would agree with you. But they would agree with you off camera.
And that's the important distinction.
Exactly. So while we deal with quote unquote disgusting things in the medical field, right? Our agenda is never to make anybody feel bad. We're just talking about our experience. Like,
I'm trying to make myself feel better.
Exactly. Because we know that there are other people that are out there who work in healthcare who don't have to be PTs and OTs, but they have the same experience as well too. So that's one of the biggest things. But yeah, it's always one or two people that's just like, I'm gonna find where you work. It's like,
my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. You know, we're all the same here.
And we don't try to make anybody feel bad about having to pull a turd out. Because let's be clear, sometimes we may need that. You know what I mean? But I think the more that we as professionals talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of our profession. Number one, we're giving kids an opportunity who are coming up to see all sides of it and not be blindsided once they get into the profession. Also, two, there's a relatability that comes from people who are in the same industry as us. And then also it's helping to make light heart of it. Yeah. So that way people feel a little bit more comfortable. Like if I'm joking about something that happens in healthcare, like, oh my gosh, my patient went into VTAC. My dad died of VTAC. And bitch.
I know, that's always what it is.
Like, we're not talking about your dad right now. Like, we're talking about our personal experience and the patient population that we see, and we're trying to make light of it, because if you really think about the shit you do in healthcare, it is scary.
I wonder statistically, not even just in healthcare, but in general, like how the percentage of people that have lost their job because of social media.
Oh, I'm quite sure it's a huge amount.
That was like, remember Brittany Broski, the kombucha girl? She takes a sip and she's like, do you remember that video? Oh, come on.
She took
it was
a sip
viral. She drinks the kombucha and she's like, ugh. And she's like, oh, well, the white girl.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I didn't know her
she
name.
got fired from her job because that video went viral.
For just drinking kombucha?
Yeah.
Was she at her job?
She worked at a bank and they were like, yeah, we know this is you. And like, you're done.
But how does she violate any kind of social media policies?
I think people are just so, and of course that was like years ago, but people are just so weirded out by viral shit on social media, or like.
But if okay, here's the thing. I don't feel like we as people in society represent where we work 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Like, I am not Target. I am not Walmart. I am not John Hopkins Hospital,
but
right?
to them you are.
Right, which is insane, because I'm like, I'm only a representative of this hospital or of this company for 8 hours a day. I am still a whole human being, and I don't think that we should hold people to that standard unless, again, you're being discriminatory, you're being racist, then yes, you don't need to be working with populations of people.
Because most, like, most of the time I agree. Like, I'm not my job. But do you remember all the times people do this crazy fucked up shit and they're like, find their work, find this.
I don't think your job would be very happy to know
Yeah,
you did
exactly.
that.
And like, remember those videos where they're like, we found where she works. We've all emailed her bosses. We've emailed corporate, all of that shit. That's probably what people are worried about.
And I'm just like, if y'all use that energy to talk to your politicians like that, maybe TikTok wouldn't be banned.
Grassroots campaign over here.
I mean, Jesus.
But yeah, just be smart.
As we have a whole podcast.
Yeah. Don't be like us.
Don't be like us and start a podcast and still have a full-time job.
Yeah.
But we don't, here's the thing though, we don't talk about our jobs. We don't post about our jobs. We just talk about
I could not even have a job for all y'all know. We could just be lying.
I could be lying too. Listen, you don't know anything about me. I mean, please don't go digging, because it's very easy to find.
It's so easy. It's almost a joke.
Yeah, seriously. But I just, I don't care if your page is private or not. You can still find it. But I just know personally that I think most people's intentions, I know for me, my intention is always just to give people a lighthearted side of healthcare and being a physical therapist and kind of navigating through this world and of corporate America as a young adult, because I'm still young. Anyway, don't give me that look.
Gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Exactly. Like, healthcare is so depressing. Healthcare is such a dark space. And I feel like that's in every industry. Even teachers deal with some of the most dark, depressing things with children, abuse, and all kind of stuff. We see a lot of crazy stuff in healthcare as well. And I feel like you need to have an outlet where you can joke about certain things, and you're not joking about it to the point of you're picking on somebody or you're making lighthearted of it, but you're just like, wow, did my patient really just code on me and I fell in a piece of poop at the same time when I was trying to do compressions? You have to make a joke about it.
The amount of times that I'm being yelled at in a room and I look off to the camera that I know has to be recording me. Yeah. I'm just like, this shit is wild.
It's like The
Wacky
Office.
Pataki. It has to be like The Office.
Yeah.
Because there's no way this is real life.
Absolutely.
God, this job is hard.
I mean, it's
I
not
know
for the
everyone
faint of
has
heart.
hard job. Actually, no. I'll talk to some of my friends and I'm like, it's not fair.
Because their jobs are not hard.
Because their jobs are not hard. And I'm sure it's like, I don't think I would want to sit around and listen to someone bullshitting on a Zoom meeting 8 hours a day. So like, that's a different kind of hard.
Right.
But also, I don't think people are yelling at you and shitting on you, literally.
Them people at the call centers, they got it rough.
Oh, yeah.
Because you imagine somebody, hi, good morning, fuck you.
Some girl the other day was recording herself. She was like, I guess she's higher up, so she doesn't do the cold calls anymore. But she was like, just for fun. Like, I used to do cold calls. I want to do it. And the way that people were just like hanging up on her and just, I could not.
It's rude.
Y'all are a different kind of people.
Well, I mean, even patients come to us, excuse me, and some, we'll go into a room, hi, I'm so-and-so from therapy.
My favorite is no.
And they're just like, no, I am pissed off.
No.
My doctor did this. And I'm like, whoa. Let's take a minute. Let's just have a conversation. What's going on? What do you want to tell me? I'm a listening ear. First of all, I'm not going to get upset. You know why? Because I know I didn't do anything to you. I just got here.
And the best part is when you come in like that with logic and you're trying to be nice because they probably had a rough day and they're still an asshole and you're like, okay, bye.
You're just like, okay, well, I tried, but it's like, get the fuck out of here.
I was like,
all right,
cool,
Mr. Johnson, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll try again.
Yeah, anything from the nurse? You need anything?
You need graham crackers? You need any juice?
Have a great day, buddy.
You want your door open and closed? You're like, fuck you.
Literally.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of my room. All right. Door open.
And don't you fucking come back, bitch. Oh.
Okay, just so you know, you have
right.
refused therapy services once. If you do it 2 more times, you will be off our case. I don't
let you-
fucking care. Like,
I'll
cool.
let your doctor know.
Awesome.
See, shit like that is hilarious. I don't care whatever way you cut it. It's
Just like, God damn.
I'm trying to be a listening ear for you, and I get it. You're not in a headspace to listen to it or to vent to me, and I'm okay with that. But you, as a healthcare worker, you have to laugh that off, because if you internalize that, you're gonna be in a
let it
screaming
slide
match.
off your back.
Yeah, you're gonna be in a screaming match with a patient. So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. That where as healthcare workers we look at and we try to find the funny in some of the darkest stuff that we see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even like a patient death. Like you can. Like, I get it. We're morbid. So we can find, unfortunately, the funny in death. And it's not laughing at somebody dying. It's just the fact of remembering what they were doing, what they were saying and stuff like that. Like, yeah, well, you know, he's on his way to Jesus. I don't know what you want me to do.
Or like when you leave a patient, you're like, see you on Monday. And they're like, if I'm still here. You're like, what the fuck?
Right. And then you get there Monday, they're not there. You're just like,
oh,
well,
shit. How do you know?
he told us he wasn't going to be here.
He did say that.
God damn. Yeah. But yeah, so I would definitely say that I think it, to a degree, it is hypocritical for companies to be okay with staff members being on social media for their purpose of free marketing for them, but then scrutinizing them when they do it also, because they're still doing it on the clock either way. But
Yeah.
I do think that you obviously don't violate HIPAA, don't post your patients, don't post, you know, the surrounding areas where patients are and family members are walking behind you and all that kind of stuff. This is why we have, you know, photography.
Photograph photography. That's my favorite. Honestly, if I had to pick a
policies.
photography, it would be photograph photography. That's my favorite.
That's a new age one. Anything else we can talk about before we get out of here?
No, that's it.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
You know, just thanks.
This week is gonna be. I'm just gonna prophesy to myself real quick.
Prophesize.
This week is gonna be probably the catalyst for change positively in my life.
I
And I'm
love
excited.
that. Give me a high five.
I'm excited for my life for this week. I really am. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be a week.
It's gonna be an amazing week. Because you know why? Everything always works out for me.
Oof, I got chills.
That's my new mantra. Everything always works out for me.
My pussy
I'm a
pink,
lucky girl.
My booty hole brown.
You're gonna be on that all week. Please don't say that to a patient.
Hey, listen.
Miss Johnson, your pussy's pink.
It's like I always
Your booty
say.
hole's brown.
Hey, have you ever heard the phrase "a wild hair in my ass"?
A wild hair in my ass?
Yeah, like if I get a wild hair in my ass.
No.
No?
I've
Okay.
never heard that.
Hair in my ass. Okay.
What does that mean?
It means like,
Like, what is that euphemism
if you
for?
just get like a crazy idea and it sticks with you and you got to do it, you got a wild hair up your
Like
ass.
so sticks out like a sore thumb? Something like that? No? Okay.
Something like, what are you going to do this weekend? And you're like, I have no plans unless I got a wild hair in my ass and I want to clean the entire house or something.
I've never heard of that before.
Okay. I couldn't remember what it was this weekend, and I kept trying to say, like, unless I get a finger in my ass, unless I have a thumb up my ass, and it took me forever. And then no one knew what the fuck I was talking about.
That's rooted in homophobia. I'm kidding. That's what somebody in the comments gonna say. I think this conversation was rooted in homophobia.
We're not yucking yums over here.
We're
I just couldn't
not.
figure it out. And then I was like, how has no one heard that?
Listen, we're wearing the shirt at Target, okay? Damn it.
So, yeah, never mind. Anyway, y'all have a great week on purpose.
Absolutely.
Remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your face off.
A hair in your ass.
A hair in your ass.
Never heard that before. Hey, did you guys enjoy this episode? If so, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, including
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at the Face Off Pod. New episodes are released every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.